Hey everybody. Hi Miss Penny. Hi Blog Cabin Mama. Welcome everyone. Thanks for the hearts. I see a lot of blue hearts. Whoever that is, thank you.
Pink.
Where are you guys watching from? Good morning, Tracy Doyle. Hi from Orlando. I've got Kimberly here with me of Essential Breath. Hey Dallas. Hey North Carolina. Hey, Fort Worth, Albuquerque, Tyler, Eastern North Carolina, Chicago,
Minnesota,
Monroe, Louisiana. Awesome. Let me just get that to be not crooked. Okay, we've got 55 folks in, lots of hearts coming in. Thank you. The hearts tell us that you appreciate the content and that we are using our time valuably, and I hope that all of you guys feel that you are getting something valuable from this. So if you could tap throughout the scope on all the things that you agree with and enjoy, we'd love that.
And if you want to share with your teams, we're going to hear from some great leaders on our team, so you are welcome to slide your screen, I think, to the right and share.
Or you can actually click right down here on the number of folks who are attending. So right now it says 87, 88, and 89. Awesome, 90. Maybe we can get to 100 today.
Nice. Oh, here we
go.
go.
Yeah, here we go. If we get to 100, that'll be my first scope with 100 people. So if you have shared this scope with your followers, just type in shared. And if you are new to this scope right now and someone shared it with you, you can just put in the number 1. And that would be awesome. Shared. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for sharing, Essential Mommy and Aaron. Thank you. Thanks guys for sharing. Oh, awesome. Hey, Miss Penny. This is your first time in our scope. So I am Lindsay Gramont, the Homemade Mommy. You can find me at homademommy.net. I'm also the founder of the Oily Angels, and you can check our team out at theoilyangels.com for network marketing inspiration and tips. And I blog about DIY recipes and non-toxic beauty and real food and how to have your kids eat real food and how to work on your gut with fermented foods. So, oh my gosh, we are at 117 now. Look at what your sharing did. That was 121. Amazing. Thank you guys so much. So today we're going to be talking about something that really should be relevant to any network marketing company. We are with Young Living, but today we're going to be talking about something that's very general and probably can apply to anything in your life that you are interested in doing. Consistency for success. So we actually started a challenge about 9 weeks ago, and the intent was for it to be a 90-day challenge. And when I started this challenge, I really watched a video from Richard Blissbrook, who I love. I'm going to be going to one of his retreats in February, and I'm just so excited. Hey, from Athens, Greece. Awesome. Welcome. We're at 1:30. I have never had this many people in a scope. Thank you. Hello from Spain.
Wow.
Awesome. So we are going to be talking today about 2 simple things that you can do in network marketing every week. And if you're consistent, then it's a simple formula for success. And this is from Richard Blissbrook. If you look on YouTube at some of his videos, we watched 2 videos. The first was Richard talking about these 2 simple things you needed to do, and I'm going to tell you that in a second. And then I'm going to have you guys interview, and you guys can ask questions as well, to 4 of the leaders that participated in this challenge, that are currently participating in this challenge, and how it has transformed their business. So I'm going to introduce you to the 4 folks right now. And then, oh my gosh, 150. Wow.
And growing.
And growing. So I'm going to introduce you to the 4 folks right now, and they are at all different levels. And just, people just starting out, people, who've been around for a while. So first I'm going to introduce Kimberly. Here she is. You've probably seen her at Essential Breath. You can follow her there on Periscope. And if you're new to my scopes, you can follow, click right here and follow me so you can get more of this great info.
So I'm Kimberly Bernstein, and I'm Essential Breath, and I am a gold leader with Young Living and part of the Oily Angels. Lindsay is my enroller and sponsor. And I have loved this challenge, and I'm not going to say too much about it because y'all can ask questions, but one of the things that
Hold on, I haven't introduced the challenge
sorry.
yet. So let's introduce the rest of the girls, and then I'll introduce the 2 simple things, and then we'll talk about how it transformed you. Okay, so on the phone here, so I'm hoping you guys can hear, and if you can, then I want you to type in the word bacon, okay? So first we're going to talk to Nicole Green. So Nicole, introduce yourself and how long you've been with Young Living, and what your current... you're just starting out, so I think you hit star at some point maybe, but Nicole, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Nicole Green. I am fairly new. I'm from Wisconsin. I started with Young Living in January I want to say, and I didn't really do much in the beginning, but yeah, I did reach star at some point, and it got me excited, and I really did want to push into the business side of Young Living, and there's just been so much support and motivation through it all, and I was so excited to join the 90-day challenge, and it really boosted my motivation levels.
I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you in a minute about how it changed you, but thank you so much. So you are just starting out. So Star is the first rank with Young Living, and so she's very early on. So I wanted y'all to hear that someone who was not really knowing what they were doing yet could do this challenge. All right. So the next one I'm going to introduce to you is Marissa Borst. So Marissa, can you talk? And if you guys can hear Marissa, I want you to type in puppy. Okay.
Good afternoon from Tennessee. I had to get rid of my puppy. I threw her out of the bedroom so I could do this call. I'm an executive with Young Living, and I started in February, and I have loved the 90-day challenge. It has really made me step out of my comfort zone and talk to strangers, which was great for me. I have made so many new connections and friendships.
Hold on, Marissa. Hold on. We're gonna talk in a minute about how it's transformed you. But you've been with Young Living since when?
February.
And have you hit senior star yet?
She's executive.
Executive. Awesome.
April.
Okay, awesome. So
SI6.
Okay, cool. So Carissa Bowser Smith is also on the phone, and if you can hear her, I want you to type in yoga. Okay. So Carissa, let's hear it from you on what your how long you've been with Young Living and what your rank is. What rank you've hit this year.
Okay, good morning. I'm Carissa Bowser Smith from Crazy About Simplicity, and I am a Young Living Silver. And I've been with Young Living since 2014, March of 2014.
Awesome. All right, here is what we did in this challenge. So the video from Richard Blissbrook talked about how if you are in network marketing, the goal is to connect and network with a lot of people, right? And so, but we're scared to do that for some reason. We have this fear. People have this fear to talk to, people they don't know. We exhaust our friend list or, family or people that we somewhat know.
That's kind of known as your warm market, right?
Your warm market. So this was kind of a way to step out and even to talk to your warm market. But he said, what would change in your mind and in your emotions if you were paid $500 to just talk to one person each day, or for every person that you talk to and invited to look at your product each day? So how would that change for you guys in your mind if you were paid if I was paid $500 to say, hey Kimberly, I have this awesome essential oil of lavender that has really helped me get a restful night's sleep. I'd love for you to learn more about this. Would you come by on Tuesday to one of my classes? Sure. All right, cool. So even if she says no,
I'm busy,
I get paid $500. So that was the premise for our challenge, to put yourself in that mindset that you were going to get paid $500. So how many of y'all watching and listening to this would talk to somebody every day, or 5 people every day, if you were going to get paid $500 to invite them to a class? Yeah. So, so if you were paid $500 to talk to one person each day, or 2 people each day, or 3 people each day, would you do it? Yes, I think most people would answer that they would, right? So that's what we did. Let's pretend that I'm going to pay you $500 to just talk to one person a day. So that was the first thing we had everyone do. So everyone every day, and the purpose of the challenge was there's a check-in we did every Sunday, and you had to write down the name I needed to see the name of the person you talked to each day that you invited to a presentation. So if you missed one day, then you were out. So we started with like 250 people, I think, and we're in week 9, and so we're down to 27, I think, 24, something like that. People left who have participated all the way through, and so the people you're talking to now are people that are still in it to win it, okay? And the prize is that I'm going to fly out to their city and meet with their team in person, okay? Awesome prize. So we did that one thing. The other thing that we did, so the first thing was to invite someone every day. You don't actually get paid $500, but that's the scenario. And then the second thing you had to do was 2 formal presentations every week. So if you're talking to all these people, 1 a day, so that's 7 people a week, what are you inviting them to? So you need to have a presentation that you can invite them to, whether it's a one-on-one formal presentation to give, them a presentation about your product, in our case, the essential oils, but any network marketing company, right, or the business opportunity, or a Facebook event, or a class in your house, or block that troll, a class in your home, or it could be that you are inviting them to a business meeting. So I don't know what that is either. Okay, so it could be that it just has to be a formal presentation. So you had to have 2 events per week and invite someone every day. So everyone who is on this call and a few more have been doing this for the past 9 weeks, and it's been very transformative for those who have stuck with it. I think it's even been transformative for those who did it even for 4 weeks and maybe dropped out. So I'm going to go to Kimberly now and see how this has changed things for her.
I think that it's something, it affirmed for me what I was already doing, because I'm a very outgoing person and I naturally share what I love. So I was definitely already talking to people, and I already was having 2 presentations a week. So for me, it was really great in terms of my team. I think it turned it from something that I was doing to something that my team is also doing. Which is awesome, because if you are in network marketing, you know that you can't get there by yourself. You need a team, and you need to have a bunch of leaders.
There's only 2 challenge elements.
2 elements.
2 elements. That's it.
So you're talking to somebody every day and giving them. You're not just talking to somebody. You're giving them an invitation, and then you are holding 2 presentations a week. So again, it was really affirming for me. And another thing that was really affirming is that through Periscope, I actually heard Richard Blissbrook talking to Eric Warr. So you can find Eric Warr on Periscope also and listen to him. And just last week, so we were 8 weeks into a 10-week challenge, and I just heard Richard talking about this whole concept about remembering that if you imagine that you were getting paid $500 for every invitation, would you do it? Would you stop getting in your own way? And so it's really affirming to hear that this is not just an idea that somebody had that they threw out and then didn't follow through on. This is real stuff that works. And I now have several members of my team who are also on board. And I think we'll continue this, and we're going to hear from some of them.
Now, the other thing we talked about was that you can't just walk up to someone and say, hey, do you want to come to my house for a class? Like, that's not a good invite, right?
You could, but
we talked. So there was a whole other thing about being curious from Richard Blissbrook. So if you just probably look on YouTube, you can probably find him talking about being curious. So the point is to go up to a new person that you want to talk to without an agenda, and to make an actual real connection, and to be human, and to actually care what they have to say, and make that connection. And if it doesn't work out, that it doesn't come up in conversation about your product, then move on and go to the next person. But you really need to make a connection with people, that this is a people relationship based business. So it's not just, I got to tell y'all, I get so many random people private messaging me and they're like, hey, can you help me with my business and click and share this video of mine for, XYZ company? And they don't ask me anything. They don't realize that yesterday was my birthday and they messaged me this. I mean, they just, don't think. And if you don't know who you're talking to, if you don't get to know them, then you're not going to get anywhere. So that was a big part of our challenge too, is making a connection and being real and not, just flinging links out there. Oh, please get this from me. I mean, that doesn't get you anywhere. So I want to turn it over to Nicole because she's brand new to sharing, still very new, and how this has helped her to talk to different people. Yes, such a different, definitely. So we talked a lot about that in our challenge too. This was not a challenge to just like slam, links and invites out there. It was really a quality, talking about making some quality connections. Okay, Nicole.
Yeah, I think that when I started, I was very scared to talk to anybody. So this has really put me in a good place and helped me grow as a person and make new friends. And I started out just setting up all the events and having everything ready is one thing. But then to actually invite people and to make those real connections, and I would invite people online and I would invite 200 people and no one would contact me, and I was feeling a little discouraged at first. So picking up the phone and calling people and just
did y'all hear that? I want to interrupt
really
you, Nicole.
Relationships come to life.
Nicole, I want to interrupt you for a second because I want to make sure people heard that. So the one awesome thing about what Richard says is that with network marketing, you don't want to talk to everyone because that's going to be the person and that gives network marketing a bad name, right, Nicole? We want to be able to talk to anyone. And so it's like what she was saying, I would send out an invite. How many of y'all have sent out an invite? We fell below 100 here. Uh-oh. How many of y'all have sent out an invite on Facebook to 200 people and had nobody show up for a class? Has anyone watching this right now done that? Just sent out a blast email or invite to a bunch of people and not gotten the response that you had anticipated? Yes, me. So that's what she's talking about here. Yep, exactly. So Nicole was just saying that this helped her to be able to talk to anyone and make a real connection with one person a day and get them to come. So Nicole, I want you to keep talking about that because a bunch of people are commenting here that they have exactly that issue.
Right, and it feels, it just feels more real. And when you start living it and you're using the oils every day and you're really talking to people about your life and the things that are changing, those relationships just form on their own. And then people start coming to you. And I've had people come to me just in the past few days that say, hey, when's your next class? I want to come. I'm really excited to see what you're doing next. Or these are people I didn't even realize noticed me before. But just because I'm actually just being myself and talking to people, it's really changed a lot.
Thank you.
It's been fun.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
A journey. I love it.
And your positivity and encouragement and always posting how you feel encouraged really has been inspiring in the group.
Thank you. So Marissa Borst, how has this helped you in your business?
Well, I had already spoken to, a lot of the people that I know in, everyday life. And so really reaching out and starting to talk to strangers. And I remember the first day that I did that, we had gone to the pet store. And, I asked the girl at the cashier, and her whole face lit up. I mean, she was so excited. And my usual question is, have you ever used any essential oils before? And she was just, so interested, and that just, is exciting for me to see that people respond positively when you ask nicely. They don't think you're absolutely crazy. They don't treat you mean or harsh. I've really had great feedback from, all the strangers that I've talked to. And I did a one-on-one with that girl, and she will probably buy her kit before long, and she does want the business side of it. But, I see that part of being able to change lives. Women's confidence for me, I know that so many of us struggle with that, and that is something that is very close to my heart, and that I want to encourage people, and I can just see that in her. And when I follow up with her and check back in, she thanks me for checking on her. she's waiting to get her money together, but I can see that positiveness, and she knows that I care about her. And this whole thing has just grown me so much, and I think the more it's built my confidence, talking to strangers now, I'm not afraid anymore. And I've done so many one-on-one presentations that has really, it's really built my confidence in the words that I use. I don't have to, necessarily read a script. The more you do it, the more you practice, the easier it gets. And of course, I've had to make my mind up that I'm going to be positive about this. I'm going to have confidence. I'm going to do this, and I'm not going to be afraid. And
That's so
I think,
awesome.
Some days are not as great as others, but I've had to, once I made my mind up in my business that I was going to be positive and that I could do this thing, it totally changed my whole feelings about everything.
Yes.
I know I can do this.
That's so awesome. And I think,
Everything.
but y'all, if y'all are listening, if y'all can hear Marissa, she made a really good point in there that we also talked about in the challenge was not using a script. So the whole purpose is to actually get to know people and talk to them and care about them. You don't need a script or any kind of keywords to make you a genuine person. You actually just have to genuinely care about helping that person.
You can refer to a script for your presentation, but when you're connecting with people, you want to make it genuinely about them, and there's no way to have a script
Right.
for that.
Right. So we focused a lot on that. And Marissa, that's amazing. And people were asking here questions of you and Nicole and Krista. We'll get to you in a second about do we not recommend sending out a blast email to folks, to let them know about classes. I actually have a couple of thoughts on this. So we have another girl who's not on the phone who at one point had put together her big email list and was letting people know about classes. And about, I don't know, maybe 2 months in, she actually sent out an email to that email list and said, do you want me to keep you on the list or do you want me to remove you? And she actually got a lot of great feedback on both sides from people saying, you know what, actually I haven't come to a class yet, but I want to come. I've just been too busy. So I do want you to keep me on the list. And then, there were just a very few folks who said, okay, remove me from the list. But that was fine. And, she can keep note of who she removed and maybe follow up with them in the 6 months down the road or something. But, that was a really good way to get feedback. So I don't think you should not, send out emails about your classes. But the point is to invite someone new personally every day to those classes and to have consistency in having 2 events per week or times, that you can actually invite people to come to. Because if you just do one class and, then do one class sometime the next month, people aren't going to know when you're doing things and have an idea that you're always doing things and that this is a real business for you. So Carissa, let's talk to you for a minute about how this transformed you.
The 2 biggest things that it's helped me do is get out in my community. I was a stay-at-home mom for a year when I first moved here 2 years ago. And then last year I just worked at a small little Christian school, and it's gotten me out going to play dates and parks and meeting new people just in general. And it's formed friendships with my children and me. And the second thing that's really helped me to do is to feel comfortable building relationships with people in my team that I don't know. Calling them and checking in on them that I didn't personally enroll or help. And I've seen it kind of branch off into my groups and seen people build and grow just from me calling them.
You're getting a lot of hearts for that one. So checking in. So this could apply both ways for us. It was new people for new prospects that are not existing members, but also contacting existing members and ensuring that they're well supported and that they attend classes and get the education they need about the oils, and also to introduce them to the opportunity of sharing.
Yeah.
So it's really helped you with that.
I think it's helped me with that, and I think it's helped my team to know that I can be there for them, but they can do it on their own in the same, it's a catch-22. So I've opened my home once a week for my team members to also invite people over that I don't know and they don't know, and then we just form a group together on Thursday nights, and it's been pretty good. We've had 5 to 8 people each week
That's great.
That's awesome.
So it's been nice for my team, and I'm seeing, some of my team come out of their shell as well.
That's amazing. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but in June and July, you could be sending out emails to all your same friends, and I'm sure there's 85 people watching. I wonder how many of you have been just blasting an email to the same group of friends and having classes where nobody shows up. So, if that has happened to you, you can type in phone and tell us that that's happened to you. This is a way to get new people, quality people, to your events. And in July, getting 5 to 7 new people to Carissa's events, because everybody's inviting this way. How does that sound to all you guys? If that sounds awesome, give us a thumbs up. So, this is what it's all about. If you are in this to change lives and to help people, and you really care about the product, then you should be doing this. You should be meeting new people all the time and getting people to your events. If your friends are not responding to these emails from you, then you got to do something different. Yeah, your first make and take was 15 people, but how do you keep those 15 people interested? And how do you get those 15 people to leverage and invite their friends? So this is a great way to do that. So if you guys are loving this, yeah, you signed 2 people up. Are you in the challenge? I don't know who that is. I'm looking at your username, SBDBD89. That's awesome. So this was our challenge, 2 simple things, consistency for success. So the first thing, if someone wants to type in the comments what the first thing was talking to someone new and inviting someone new every day to one of your events. And then the second thing was to have 2 events per week, 2 presentations, whether it be a one-on-one or a 201 event, or some formal presentation about the business opportunity, whatever it is, each week. So
someone's asking, do you have a make and take every week, or was it a one-on-one? It really didn't matter.
Yeah,
it
something
didn't matter. I love what Carissa's talking about consistently every week having something. So that people know, her team knows that they can invite people to, but it doesn't really, I did some sort of 101 every week, that just because I'm trying to grow, I want to share. You got to start at the beginning. You want people to know, but then my second presentation sometimes was about supplements, sometimes was about other oils outside of the kit, sometimes was about the business. It just kind of depends.
Varied week to week. So you're free and kind of coming up with that class schedule, but you just have to do 2 per week, 2 formal presentations. And it could be to invite someone to an upline presentation that is going on. So like I had a class on supplements last week. They could have invited them to that and participated in that. So, but you need to get in the mode of doing, 2 formal presentations every week. So one-on-one or something like that. So that is our wrap up. If you are enjoying this presentation, you can see it on Periscope for the next 24 hours, or you can see all of our replays at catch.me/hmademommy, and that is catch with a K. So all of my videos are on there, and if you liked this, then you can click right here on the number of people in, or swipe to, from left to right, or up top to bottom if you have an Android, and you can click to follow me. I'd really appreciate that. And if you're watching the replay, you can give hearts throughout the replay. Yes, so the name of the videos, I don't know exactly where those videos were that we found.
Go to YouTube and search.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy. And you can follow him on Periscope as well. He's an amazing, amazing leader in this industry. And I hope you guys are doing your invites, getting paid your $500 for talking to someone, and that you do your 2 classes every week, and that you stick with it, because consistency is what gets you there. Doing things in and out every week is not going to help. So thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll be back on here tomorrow at noon to talk about excuses and not having enough time to do this. So his name is Richard Bliss Brooke. Richard Brooke. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, everyone on